Hello, my name is Corey Ray, and I am a 7th grade teacher at Georgia Cyber Academy. I'm a nominee for the 2017-18 Teacher of the Year for Personalized Learning. My journey as a personalized learning teacher began 12 years ago when I walked into my very first classroom and realized, hey, these students need something different to be able to master the skills they're being given. Fast forward 7 years from there, and I had the amazing opportunity to come onto the staff at Georgia Cyber Academy. Our students do school through their computer, so they're at home learning each and every day. So my craft of personalized learning has been something that has grown tremendously over the past 5 years. When I think about why personalized learning, I think about the students who have never been able to master a skill. Or maybe they've already mastered it and they're tired of coming to class because all the students in the room are being put into the same mold. It is my goal and my desire that when students leave my room, they have expanded upon what they already know or what they didn't know, that they have a passion for learning because they were able to think outside of the box when they learned the material. One of the neat things about online teaching for Georgia Cyber Academy is we have students in every district in the state of Georgia. So the impact of personalized learning is going to be something that we see for years to come. That students are learning it's okay to learn differently and think outside of the box. Rigor, relevance, and relationship. 3 terms that encompass who we are as teachers at Georgia Cyber Academy. When I'm creating a lesson each and every day for my class, I look at 4 questions. What do students need to be able to do and know? How will we know that they've learned it? What will we do when they haven't learned it? And what will we do when they already know it? This encompasses everything that is personalized learning. There are 2 platforms we use here at GCA. The online middle school, which has modules and lessons built into it. Students work through those at their pace. One of the great things is that when students do not master a skill, they can go back in and retry it. Then USA Test Prep. When students do an assignment and there's a standard or a skill they're not mastering, they're able to partake in what's called the Purple Dot Challenge. So they can go in and review the skills they are individually struggling with to show mastery. Relevance. Every live class that we have, we want our students to walk out feeling like the information they learned was relevant. So in my class, I do things such as Movie Monday, Tuesday Tunes, Think About It Thursday, stations each and every day, learning stations, style stations based on your learning style. Each of these are something that students will see each time they walk into my class so that they feel successful. Relevance is also something that drives personalized learning. In our environment, students are able to interact each and every day through the chat, through the webcam, by clicking on their microphone and talking to their classmates. In my room, I am passionate about having the chat open at all times, the microphone open at all times, so students are able to relate to their classmates. It's awesome to see in chat when students are helping one another master a skill that maybe they're not understanding. Relationships, which are huge for anything that has to do with personalized learning. Whether it's with teachers, parents, stakeholders, or students, they are the driving force when it comes to personalized learning. Here we have outings with our students all over the state of Georgia that allow students to meet us face to face. That is where the true learning takes place. When students see you face to face and know, hey, I'm not another person on the other side of the computer. Thinking of the 4 questions that drive everything I do in my class. What do students need to know and be able to do? Each month, they're given a list of big ideas. These are the skills they must know by the end of the month. This allows students to look at the standards they need to know, figure out what they already know, and prepare for the ones that they need to focus on a little more, so that we're ensuring at the end of each month they have mastered those skills. How are we going to know that they've learned it? I use a number of techniques in my class to ensure mastery of a skill. We've got things like Socrative, Google Quiz, USA Test Prep warm-ups, Check for Understanding in our OMS lesson, where it gives me the immediate feedback and data that I need to know, A, if a student already knows the material, Or B, that the student needs to work on that standard a little bit more. Now we're going to talk about the learning stations I do to ensure students are learning these skills. So what do we do when they haven't learned it or they already know it? When they haven't learned it, students are allowed to choose various learning stations. Those learning stations could be with me, where I go over whatever the daily skill was a little more in depth. It could be a learning station in which they move into a breakout room, listen to a recording, or review videos over the daily standard. We don't let students who don't learn the skills just not learn them. And what about those students that already know it? One of the great things I do in my class is I allow students to expand on a standard they already know. So if they've done a warm-up or a ticket out the door and they've shown that they already mastered this skill, they're able to think outside the box and create posters. Send me pictures of something they created showing their mastery of a skill. We don't ever want to forget about those kids that already know the standards. Does personalized learning work? Yes. Look at the data. Our school, my school, typically has 50% or less attend Class Connect every day. Last year, I saw 90% content pass rate, 92% homeroom pass rate, and 55% or more class attendance. This year, I've already seen a 70 to 75% class attendance, and that's just in the first 2 weeks of school. So, what is my greatest contribution? It is my hope that I'm providing an uncommon experience for each and every student that set foot in my classroom. It is my goal when they walk out of my classroom at the end of the year that they have figured out strategies to make their own learning personalized, regardless of the content, regardless of the material they're learning, and that they know that they can master whatever skill has been put in front of them. So that's it. That's a sneak peek into what my journey as a personalized learning teacher looks like and the things that I do in my classroom. It's such an honor and privilege to follow along some of the greatest teachers I've ever seen and to learn from pioneers like yourself. It is such a journey that we're on, and I'm so excited to see how personalized learning transforms the country when it comes to teaching. So thanks for listening, and I look forward to learning so much more from each one of you when it comes to personalized learning.